Hello Ds, and welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Anna, where we show you and give you a lot of interesting and useful information about Benidorm town and Spain in general. Today we found a shady place below the palm trees because it's just impossible to stay on the sunshine, at least for us who live here. The heat wave is just the worst in the last couple of years in Spain. Today we will be talking just a little bit about this situation. There is not much to tell except for the fact that Spain has authorized the 4th vaccine doses, which a lot of people here don't even have a 3rd one, I must say, because a lot of them are immunized naturally, so there is no need to do that basically. But the 4th one is authorized already for all people who live here and who want to put that one as well. However, I do want to say that a lot of people kind of live with it already. They're not afraid anymore. Well, if I'll get it, I'll get it. I'm vaccinated already with 2 or 3. You know, people are relaxed about all this thing, and they're not so scared as they used to be at the beginning of pandemics, you know. Apart from that, the restrictions remain the same. A lot of people were asking me what's going to be happening with the restrictions from now on, if Spain is planning to eliminate the necessity of the certificate when you travel from third countries to Spain. Right now, it's still not the case. It doesn't mean that in a couple of days it might not happen. It might, you never know. But so far, as for the day of today, you still need to present any kind of certificate when you travel to Spain from a third country. If you go from European Union or Schengen zone, you don't need to present anything at all. You're free to go. The second news that I wanted to share with you is what's happening with the airline companies and with the flight companies. I know that there are a lot of issues in many countries, especially in UK as well. They were canceling some flights. This was due to the fact basically that there was a lack of staff. What happened at the beginning is that they've put on a lot of flights, but they did not expect that there's going to be this huge growth, huge demand, that the restrictions will just eliminate from one day to the other to Spain. And people bought a lot of tickets, and right now they don't have basically enough of crew, enough of staff to work on these flights, which is why some of them were just cancelled or postponed, whatever it is. As a result, a lot of people suffered. Here in Spain, there is still issues inside of the airports. In Alicante airport, it's not as much because it's not such a huge airport, you know. So here it's all good. However, in Madrid and Barcelona, in Valencian airports, it's very difficult situation. And there's still a lot of queues to pass the security gates in there and security checkup. Not a very good news is coming from a Ryanair company here in Spain. They are going on protests, you guys. They are going on protests, and they will be stopping to work on 6 days in the next upcoming days here in Spain. And there are quite a lot of airports affected. So I took all this information. I have it all here. I'm going to let you know just in case you're traveling on these dates, so that you would be careful and you would know what might expect you if you're coming on these days, so that you would not get stressed and it would not become an unexpected issue for you guys when you come to Spain. First of all, the airports that will be affected by their protest, which means that they will stop working basically, will be in Alicante, our favorite airport of all. Alicante will also be affected. Yes, Madrid, Malaga, Barcelona, Sevilla, Palma, Valencia, Girona, Santiago de Compostela, and Ibiza airports will be affected. There is going to be 6 days, as I've said already, which are 24th, 25th, 26th of June, 30th of June, and 1st and 2nd of July. On these days, they have 24 hours protest, which means that during all the entire day, they are not planning to give even a basic service. And they do say, however, that all people that are affected by this, they will get a compensation if they claim for it, for about 250 euros, more or less, depending on the situation. Or you can change the flight However, if you have a hotel booked, it's going to be a really difficult thing to do, and it's going to be extra costs. So they will just compensate people if they will need to wait, if they will be stuck at the airport, you know. But at least we know about it, and we can do something about it and plan differently our holidays to avoid unnecessary stress. The syndicate who works with these airline companies, they're trying their best right now to talk to Ryanair to make sure that they cancel these protests. However, right now there's been no progress whatsoever. Why they're doing this, basically? First of all, because they want to have the same rights that Spanish workers do, because ironically, or maybe that's a usual thing in airline companies, I'm not sure. If you know, let us know. They work as per other laws, as per where this company actually comes from. They don't even receive a salary in Spanish, unlike Spanish papers, you know, it's all in English. As well as they don't have the same rights for holidays and for festive days like bank holidays here in Spain. We do have 22 days per a year worked of vacations, of holidays, plus 14 days of bank holidays. So we have quite a big and good chunk of holidays accumulated throughout a year of work. And this is what they're not getting. So they want a decent working conditions, which is when they might stop these protests ongoing. Only a few days left before the first one will start on the 24th of June. So make sure you're informed about it. Make sure you check it. And if you can change the dates, maybe this will be the option. And if not, at least you are prepared for queues and maybe some long waiting. The next news that I wanted to let you know about is somehow related to the airlines, because we're going to be talking about the cost of holidays today. And yes, the price for the airline tickets sometimes have grown up until 400%. So 4 times, not even less, more expensive than they used to be a year ago. And they're definitely more expensive than pre-pandemic times. Obviously, this all is coming with the increase in fuel costs, you know, and a lot of different materials, in food as well, which is why they some of them, you know, they cater on the airplane. And all this results in the huge increase in the airplane tickets. Right now, it's basically a luxury to travel somewhere with the airplane, at least for people who live here in Spain. Like for the average person who works 8 hours a week, who earns like 1,300, 400 euros a month, it's a true luxury to take and buy an airplane ticket for their holidays. And even to go on holidays starts to be quite a big luxury for a lot of people living in here. For example, the plane ticket to go to La Palma costed before like 67 euros, so it was quite cheap. If you even travel from Spain, you know, from like our area of Spain towards the islands, it was really cheap, less than 100 euros in a lot of the cases. Right now it's 300 euros, so it's almost 400% of increase. It's just crazy. Accommodation options have also increased in price. It's just crazy how things can change. And right now, accommodation and in general, the holidays cost around 20% more than they used to be. So 1/5 part more expensive than you used to spend last year on your holidays, which is why a lot of people are not going for a long trip any longer. They're choosing like 2, 3, maximum 4 days of like escape holidays, weekend escape, just to relax a little bit, to restore the energy, to distress, you know, to relax, to enjoy some different areas that they did not know before and did not explore before, and then come back after these couple of days back home with slightly more energy than they used to have before, and with way less money than they used to have before. So here it just becomes really hard to get on holidays. Let us know if this year you're planning on traveling somewhere and if you were able to find good deals on packages for your holidays, or if you will be staying at home because it's really getting too expensive. Here in our area, especially cheaper hotels like 2-3 star hotels with great deals, with discounts for hotel membership cards as well, for loyalty cards, apart hotels, for example, different apartments or villas or houses. These are the places that get booked first because they are less expensive. It's where more people can come in, so you can travel like with entire family and just book a villa. and even two families get together. You know, this is way less expensive, and this is how at least national tourism is working on right now. Also, a lot of people have their second resident homes here in the Benidorm area, and they just take this time to come to their holiday residence, to their holiday home in here, which is why they basically don't pay anything at all for holidays unless they decide to go eat or take any kind of excursions or explore the area outside. But at least they don't pay for the accommodation options. This is how it's working here right now. People try to spend less money possible on the accommodation because in any case they don't spend a lot of time in there. They spend time outside on the beach, exploring, on excursions, you know, viewpoints, restaurants, bars and cafeterias. So it does not make any sense in a lot of cases, you know, to spend like 200 something euros per night on the accommodation if you're not going to be using it the whole entire day and will just be coming there for a good night of sleep. And the last news, there are fiestas coming to Benidorm. It's just amazing. We will have San Juan, Hogueras the St John, which is basically bonfire of San Juan. My favorite festive days in summer here. The biggest one of them will be in Alicante, obviously. So if you do want to see how the true hogueras are looking like, go to Alicante, take a train. I remind you that on Sundays the tram from Benidorm to Alicante, in general all tram lines in here are free of charge. So if you want to explore, Sundays are the best days ever to do so. In Alicante, there's going to be even a bigger celebration, massive celebration with the lights, with mascletà, which is basically these small like popping bombs, like popping fireworks. You know, they do a lot of noise, like crackers, firecrackers, I think they're called, together with like light, with music, and with sometimes even this colored fume, colored fog, you know, that goes out. Really nice. I'm gonna put you a few pictures right here of what it actually looks like. So Alicante is gonna be like a mecca, like a center of all the celebration. However, in Benidorm, it's also gonna be present, quite present, I must say. Usually, this weekend is going to be the last one before the official beginning of summer in Spain, because Spanish do say that summer begins exactly on the night of San Juan, which is from 23rd to 24th of June. Before that, that's kind of spring for them still, although the calendar summer and meteorological summer is already here, quite present with us. Thank you. So, technically, starting from tomorrow, the celebration week will start. However, it's going to be on the 23rd and 24th of June. So next Friday and Saturday when the official celebrations will take place. On the 23rd, Friday, starting from 7 in the evening, there's going to be a huge fiesta, which of course we will be going at some filming there. We'll be going with our family to film for you the huge bonfire fiesta on the Levante beach. It's going to be on the level of street Bilbao, Calle Bilbao, because Levante beach is quite long. There's going to be DJ, live music, a lot of people, nice vibes, and really a true authentic celebration by the lovely Levante beach. And on Saturday, 24th, what will be happening is at 2 o'clock, there's going to be traditional mascletà, which are these like firecrackers going around and exploding in town. And at 11 p.m. at night, there's going to be crema, which are bonfire. There's going to be like a big bonfire there, and there are going to be figures and statues, lovely statues burning. These ones are not going to be in Benidorm as it is. There is going to be only one of them, which is in La Cala of Finestrat, right there. If you need exact location, let me know in the comments. I'm going to type it in for you. But that's going to be the only location with the monument set up on fire. That's approximately the same things as what we have on Fallas here in Benidorm. If you did not see it, I'm going to put you the video here on the comment section so that you could check it out. That's like the same burning type of statues, but just of a bigger, massive size. So it's going to be a huge celebration. A lot of people are coming to the region, and this is going to be the official way to say hi to summer. By the way, on that night of San Juan, the typical tradition is to head inside of the sea, inside of the water, get a nice bath. like this, people say that it brings you a good luck and a great positive summer. So if you still did not go to the sea, even if you did, doesn't matter, on the San Juan night, make sure you have a nice, even if it's a short bath inside of the Mediterranean Sea, so that it would bring you a great luck for this summer. And now let's talk about the weather. Why we are today on the terrace below the palm trees, because it's really hot outside. Starting from 8 in the morning, we've already hit 30 degrees today, and it's going to be around 37, 38 at some points of the day. The Spanish weather forecast is this one right here. You can actually see that it's all red, it's all dark red. We have a huge massive heat wave right now in the country, and by the way, Spain is in flames, sadly, already. This heat wave has caused us a lot of different fires in the forest. The worst of them is in Catalonia, where we have 3 active fire points, and the rest of them are in Navarra, Galicia, Aragon, and Andalusia, which is South Spain, obviously. That's usually the first one to suffer. Even last year, we did have a small fire right here on the natural park in Benidorm. There were a lot of helicopters flying around and taking the water constantly from the sea and pouring it in. It was not a huge fire, but still, this year, as temperatures are going, it might be the same. Hopefully, it's not going to be the case, obviously. We have orange alerts due to heat in every single autonomic region in Spain has heat alerts right now. At some points, it's the maximum red alert, and they even say not to go out to the streets on midday. Television here, like Spanish television, are saying not to go to the streets, hydrate yourselves. They're giving a lot of different advices on how to cope with this heat, so that you wouldn't get like a heat stroke, you know, so you would not get like a heat wave in your body, get like really sick due to the high temperatures. Speaking about the temperatures, today maximum 45 lovely degrees here in Spain, as you can see here on the map. Here, not as bad, don't worry, 34 to 35 degrees only. In Alicante, it's going to be around 35 as well. In Barcelona, 30. Granada, Sevilla will have the worst part, 42, 43 degrees maximum today. Malaga, 30. Madrid, 40 as well. Sadly, Madrid also suffers quite a lot from the heat. Murcia, 40. Balearic Islands, 34. Canarian, 28. And Valencia, 34, 35 degrees today. The water temperature will be around 24.7, which is normally what we have in August, and it's just mid-June right now, so it's just crazy. We did not expect that, but I do think it's true that this year we're going to hit 30 degrees in August water temperature in Benidorm. So it's really big temperatures. Make sure you hydrate yourselves. If you're coming here on holiday, use sun hat and sunscreen. And I'll see you already on this Sunday with a new video from refurbished Flamingo Oasis Hotel. They did quite a lot of changes, and we will be there to check it out. Bye!